Please put your hands together to welcome our esteemed chairman, Mr. Kali Prasad Gadiraju sir, to share his words of wisdom with us.
Good morning, everyone. So most of you just left the schools and now joined the college. So while you're coming to the college, did you notice the world has changed? Do you agree that world has changed? So in what way? How it has changed? The world you are entering today is not the same world either your parents entered or your elder siblings. Just 2-3 years old, elder siblings may have entered the college. At that time, the environment was different. And today it is completely different. Why? Because the AI, in just 3 years, it has completely changed the way the world works. Okay? The way the industry works, the way the governments work. Okay? In just 3 years, all this development has happened. Do you realize that? And similarly, the way your learning is going to happen is also changed completely. Okay? So that is the change you are witnessing today. And today the journey starts. If you have joined to get a degree, that is a wrong decision that you have taken, because degrees are not going to be useful for anybody, neither for you nor for the industry. Degree is a necessity to just get some basic foundation of your knowledge. Just a testimony. The university tests that you have got the basic knowledge of, you can say, मैं पढ़ा लिखा हूँ. Just to say that you need a degree. But beyond that, world is not looking for just degree holders. The industry is not looking for just degree holders. Okay? The world has moved from that perspective. What world is looking for is that you need to have a mastery of a particular subject. You need to be an expert in a particular subject. Just basic knowledge is no more enough. Okay? So that's the change. You need to be able to think critically. You need to be able to collaborate, work with the teams, manage the teams, lead the teams. Okay? And you should be able to express yourself, communicate well, what you are good at, what you can get, what you expect from people. Unless you are able to communicate, express yourself, you will not be able to succeed. So therefore, all these various skills are required. Just a basic degree is no longer enough. So therefore, when we looked at it, what is that actually we need to see? What we need to prepare the students for? We talked to industry. We have spoken to a lot of CEOs of a lot of large companies who are the maximum and high quality employment generators, employment creators, or recruiters. So all of them said what they need is an outcome. What is the student is good at? Is he good at a particular subject? What he can do better than anybody else? And what expertise he carries? That is what they're looking for. So based on that, what we have decided that whatever we teach in this college, it has to be outcome driven. And the second thing is that when you enter the job market by 2030 or 2029, how the world is going to look like. The entire world is going to be AI native. When I say AI native means not just using certain tools of AI, it is completely entire working of the organizations. Every function, be it finance, production, supply chain, your marketing, everything, compliance, HR, everyone uses AI. And AI is the base knowledge. It is just like computerization happened in the companies about 20 years ago. Today, AI adaptation is almost complete everywhere. Okay? When you are entering into that kind of an environment, you need to be also very good in working with or in the AI native world. That's the difference that you want to make. Okay? And how, based on this insight and understanding. So we built entire our curriculum model, okay, or your development model, how we will build you, how we would like to transform you into the people that the industry is looking for. So we have found that we have identified 3 tracks for you. One is your foundation. That foundation is your university curriculum. Whatever degree you are doing, BBA, BC or BCom, there is a university curriculum, which is a very good standard, one of the best universities in the country. And they have identified a basic knowledge that you need to have to call yourself as a graduate. Okay, that syllabus is the foundation that we build for you, university curriculum. Okay. Second is you need to have that leadership qualities. You need to have that capability. You need to have that ability to influence, to get that work done, to manage the think, and you think critically, and your capability basically what you need to build. Building the person, okay, that is second track. It starts from the beginning, okay. And third is how do we make you a professional? By the time you graduate in 3 years, you must be a professional in your chosen area. So that is the purpose, okay. The 3 broad pillars for our education framework that we have built at the EThames. Now, the track 1 I said that university education, the basic foundation, what you do there. So academic foundation and your concepts and theories, and also whatever knowledge that is required for the particular discipline. If you are doing BCom, what is accounting, auditing, all kinds of compliance aspects will be there. If it is BCA, your basic programming skills, some of the areas, all those things will be taught. And if you are a BBA, typically your marketing management, financial management, all kind of basic subjects will be taught in that. So that is what will be given, but it is a very intellectual rigor. And the way the teaching will happen is completely different, because we are a AI native business school and one of its kind. I can assure you, though we are saying that we are number of first AI business school in the state, but I can tell you we are the first AI native business school in the world. Okay, there is no other institute actually has done it. Okay. And track 2 is the build the person. Okay. Most important is, my fundamental belief is more than 70% of your success in life depends upon your personality. Okay, more than 75%, more than 70%. There are a lot of studies, in fact, the studies by Harvard Business School and some of the leading universities, they said even 85% of your success depends upon your personality. You need to have a good domain knowledge. You need to have a good command of the subject, but that only takes you to the door or takes you to the organization. Within organization, how you grow depends upon your personality. So personality is very, very important. And we have, and Mr. V.V. Lakshminarayana, celebrated, IPS officer, who is now going to be part of our college and is guiding and mentoring this program of building the personalities of the people there. And now he will speak to you about how he is trying to do this for this and now this one, building the person. So that is these are the skills. We'll start from the beginning, not at the end of most of the universities. They do this kind of soft skills training at the end of or at the beginning of placement season in the final year. But we are not like that. We are going to do from the beginning. We will track the way you are building yourself. We would like to ensure by the time you graduate, you are a capable person. You can stand up in front of everybody and you can communicate to the people, etc. So that is what we want to do as a second track. Third is building the professional. You need to become professional in one area. And I can assure you one more thing. If you are doing undergraduation with us in this college, there is no need for you to do any post-graduation. Whatever you are going to study in a post-graduation will be taught here itself, and much more in depth than what you would study in a typical MBA or an MCom or some other degree. Okay, so that is the foundation that we will do here, and you will become, by the time you graduate, you will be an expert in the area that you have chosen, okay? And we have this, building this actually, how in most of the universities also what happens is that when you say that you are a specialization you have done, in the final year, you take one of the few electives. I have done some minor in some subjects. I have done some majors in some subjects. I put all of them together and say I am specialist in that. No, that's how most of the universities teach. But we are not like that. This specialization starts from the day one, and we will make you an expert in that field by the end of the 3 years. In that, we look at domain learning. We look at these industry standards. We look at the tools and platforms in that particular subject. We look at the certifications required to ensure that your knowledge is complete and meets the industry standards. And we also have a lot of cases and projects, and also we'll have experts mentoring in your particular domain area, and also industry exposure. All aspects we'll see for your specialization. Okay, that's the most critical thing for you. So there are these 7 professional pathways that we have identified. We are giving you. One is global accounting professional. It is basically to be recognized worldwide. Across the world, you will be recognized, if you want to recognize a global accounting professional. The best degree today, there are 2. One is Indian CA, the second one is US CPA. Indian CA is a very tough and requires long study, and it's also a great degree. But US CPA is much more easier, and we can finish off in 2 years after less than 2 years after graduation. So that US CPA, if you become, and you will be recognized globally as a very respected accounting professional. Similarly, cybersecurity. You see, in cybersecurity, every field, every industry, in ordinary life, cybersecurity is extremely critical. Okay, including all the development happening as AI developments, and the cybersecurity risks are also increasing it. So the more AI develops, and more opportunities for cybersecurity professionals. There is a very vast area, a great area. The demand for cybersecurity is immense around the world. Okay, that's again, you can take it. Third, of course, if you want to be only in AI, and you also can pursue AI professional. Okay, but in today's world, no subject, no area is able to perform without AI being, considered into this. So, best for every subject you pursue, the AI is going to be a basic foundation for you. Then again, you have investment banking professional. So it's again a great field, highly competitive field, and highly paid field. So very well paid professionals, and they do this management. There's a lot of opportunities are there, and that is one. And you also have risk management. I am a risk management professional. I was heading EY's risk management profession about 20 years ago at a national level. So I know this subject very well, and there are huge opportunities. And we also do a lot of trainings for the Big Four, Deloitte, EY, and PwC, these companies, on this risk management. So we have a lot of expertise. We will make you the best experts in risk management for the professionals who do it. Similarly, we see a lot of people are coming from the family businesses. They want to go back to the family businesses. So we have a specialization where we don't teach how you run your family business. Okay, that your parents, your elders will teach you. What we're going to teach you is how you're going to transform that family business into 10x growth. In the new world, the new changed world, how your family business is transforming, how you can take that business to the next level. That next level means 10 times growth of your family business is what your objective is. How you can do that is what we're going to help you in studying that. Okay, that's the family business leadership. And we also have entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship again is a very fascinating field. Even Prime Minister, central government, everyone is promoting, encouraging the students to become entrepreneurs. Don't become a job seeker, become a job giver, okay, job maker. That's what the expectation, across the country, around the world. So a lot of people are wanting to become entrepreneurs. So we have a specialized infrastructure to do that. We are actually working with one of the best agency which promotes entrepreneurship called TIE. The TIE is the Indus Entrepreneurs. This is the largest organization worldwide to promote entrepreneurship. That is working here itself, right next door. Okay, and they have more than 300 successful entrepreneurs as members, and they keep meeting here, so they can become your mentors for your program. Okay, so these are all the various specializations we are offering. Now, in addition to the just teaching what you're going to do, we have this partnership with Ernst & Young. What happens, what is being taught, what is being used, and what are the latest developments in industry, how these subjects are being utilized in the industry. So we don't know in the academic field. So the industry consultants, Ernst & Young is one of the topmost consulting firm in the world, okay, which has more than $60 billion turnover and which has more than 5 lakh people employed worldwide. And they are, they have partnered with us. They come and teach in our college on most of the specializations: cybersecurity, AI professional, risk management, and investment banking. They are good. They are best in the world. So they come and also teach certain courses in these specializations. Okay, that is one. The partnership with the industry. Second is, we have some of the very few people I have put here. We have more than double this number. These are the industry veterans, like in family business leadership. And we have people like Sushil Goenka, people like Devendra Surana, and we like Kushal Kankaria. These are all very well accomplished, well-known industrialists in the city. They are willing to mentor some of the students. They are willing to come and help us design the right knowledge, right curriculum for the people who are pursuing the family business leadership programs, etc. And similarly, a lot of other people are there, investment banking and even in cybersecurity. There are many people are there. More than 20 plus people who have committed their time to come and address our students and also interact with them once in a while. So these people are going to help us designing the right curriculum and teaching what is needed for the students, etc. So that is again what we are trying to do in terms of in the specialization areas. Final part I'm going to tell you about is the AI native world. So in today, as I mentioned there, you are entering particularly this particular institution. We have committed that we are completely going to be AI native world. So if you study here, you should do everything in using AI tools, okay? And you should assume that your teachers also use AI. And everything that we do, you use AI, except when you are writing the university examinations, okay? University examinations, you can't use AI, etc. Okay? Rest everywhere, you are going to use AI to learn yourself better, okay? Like most of the institutions, AI is just not a visitor to the campus once in a while. For us, AI is a native. You are going to enter AI native world. Okay, it is completely, everything that we do we are using the AI. Okay, and this is how, so it will become part of how you learn, how you do the research, how you analyze, how you create, how you practice, and how you improve. In every aspect of your learning, you use AI. That's what we want to do it. The role of the student in the learning is also changed in a new AI environment. So what we're going to do in the old model, you go to attend the class, you listen to the lectures, and you memorize, and then subsequently when the examination happens, you reproduce. That's how learning used to happen. But in the new world, the learning will happen that you need to question whatever is being taught to you, why it is there, is it really relevant, can it be done differently? So why we have to understand this. You need to explore what more that you can do with that same concept, what more you can understand that. You compare with two different answers coming from different people, etc. You create more and more different thought processes, different ideas, different works, and you test, you build, you defend, you reflect, you improve. The entire process of looking at critically and creatively, you need to use the knowledge available through various tools and to build yourself to your own knowledge. Okay. So you are no longer a passive receiver of education. Okay, that's the other one is there. And the role of teacher also has changed. You are no more, our teachers are not going to be just coming and giving you lectures. That they will not be doing it. So they will be basically, they become your learning architects. How your learning happens, okay? They decide how this entire learning has to happen, in what way. And they become your coaches, and they become your, they challenge your thinking, they challenge your understanding. So you need to prove to them that you are understood. And they help you to become domain experts. And also they give you a lot of feedback, and also they set the standards for you to learn. So that's how this entire learning to happen. That's how the role of teacher is going to change. And they no longer merely to give you answers, they help you to build the judgment capability, understanding what is right, what is not right, what is correct, what is not correct. That's what's going to do it. Okay? And what AI can do for you and what you must still do. AI can help you with research, explanation, ideation, drafting, analysis, practice, everything that can do. But you are responsible for the truth, the real truth. Okay? You will be accountable for that. You are responsible for judgment. What is right, what is not right, what is correct, what is complete, what is incomplete. And originality. Your thought has to be come from you. Okay? You have to design your thoughts. And then AI will put into the form. Okay? That original thinking has to be yours. Okay? Thought and ethics. And AI can lie. AI has a bias. Okay? And AI can hallucinate. And you can use AI to, manipulate. All these things can happen. So you should follow your ethical standards. Okay? You need to have integrity is very important for you in that process. And the decisions and outcomes. Whatever decision you are taking, you are responsible for this. What outcome coming, that is also you are responsible for this. Okay? That is your role. And AI assists and humans decide. That's the slogan. Then, and what we expect from you. And you may think because everything is being done by AI, it will be easier. No, it will be much more demanding. Because in the classrooms, you have to debate and discuss and do activities and prove that you have understood. It will be much more demanding, but it's much more engaging, much more fun. It's much more creative work you will be doing it. Okay? So you need to prepare, practice, participate, collaborate, build and deliver and improve. So that's how your learning is going to be different. And world-class outcomes require world-class effort. One thing I want to tell you, whatever we are teaching here is equivalent to, or if not better than what you get taught, even in best universities in the world. There's no difference. Because knowledge is accessible to everyone. And the same knowledge is being used by everybody in the world. There's no difference. We have access to the best of the knowledge. Okay? And we have access to the best of the faculty. Okay, so you will get the best knowledge. And again, you will be competing in the future for the jobs which are the global in nature. Do you know what a GCC means? GCC, have you heard of this GCC? Global Capability Centers. There are many. You go around in 1 kilometer radius, there are hundreds of global capability centers. They mean the global companies, the biggest companies, their back offices are here. Okay, their research centers, their processing centers, all kinds of office work, back end work are all being done from Hyderabad, Bangalore, all the cities. And these people are recruiting people from India. Okay, and they use the same standards of recruitment whether they do in America or in Europe or some other country. Okay, the requirements they have is the same. So you will be competing for that kind of a jobs. So therefore, whatever you are going to prepare, you will be preparing for those global jobs. And they are available here. Even if you go to America tomorrow, same standards will be there. Okay, so your learning has to be the world class. Okay, so what we want you to become? We want you to become professionally competent, AI native, articulate, and ethical. So that's the what we want to become. And finally, at EThames, we equip you not just for the job, but a future of limitless possibilities. Become difficult to ignore. When you go to the market, and you should become that they can't ignore you, that you have such kind of special qualities, and it is difficult to replace you. You should become like that. People cannot easily replace you with another job. And you should be ready to create value anywhere in the world, not just in Hyderabad, not just in India, not just in Asia. So everywhere, wherever you go, you should be able to create that value in the world. Okay? With that, thank you very much for this discussion. And thank you.